What happened to the Mandus family? Now that has been a question people have been asking around here for years. This had once been a peaceful place, a place where rich tourists came to get away from their busy, stressful lives. But after what happened to the Mandus family, we don't get too many tourists anymore. No, not anymore. The Mandus family consisted of Michael, a successful entrepreneur, his wife, Sarah, a renowned architect, and their teenage children, Lily and Joseph. The Manduses were an upper-class family from Connecticut. They typically took vacations to exotic locales, but Michael had become consumed by the prepper movement. According to the family, he'd become obsessed with the idea of America descending into chaos and was preparing to live off the grid. For this vacation, he decided they would rent a cabin in the Michigan woods. Sarah was not happy about their vacation plans. She much preferred the refreshing blue waters of the Cayman Islands. In fact, Sarah hated the woods and had always had a deep fear of them. But much like everything else in their lives, she went along with Michael. A woman's intuition is often a warning that is ignored at your peril. Joseph Mandus, the 16-year-old son, was an avid photographer, and soon after they arrived at the cabin, he ventured into the woods. Drawn by the beauty of nature, he wanted to capture the serenity of the forest. Such an innocent endeavor by such an innocent boy. He snapped away photo after photo until his gaze fell on something inexplicable. He lowered the camera to get a better look with his naked eye. After an hour, his parents began to worry, and they went out to look for their son. Michael, Sarah, and Lily spread out around the cabin, screaming Joseph's name. Their voices entangled in a symphony of echoes, but they were met with silence. They searched until sunlight evaporated, and when night fell, they put on their coats and grabbed the flashlights. But whether it was light or dark, there was no Joseph. While they didn't find Joseph, they did find his cell phone. With a creeping dread, Michael crouched and picked up the phone. He heard a crackling of twigs. "Joseph?" Michael called out hopefully. Laughter was the response, and it wasn't his son's. Michael aimed the beam of his flashlight into the darkness, and there, by a tree, he caught a flash of something. "Holy shit!" Michael exclaimed, backing away. As he was backing up, the thing dashed horizontally into the darkness, out of the reach of the flashlight. Michael turned and ran. "Get back to the house! Get back!" he ordered his family. The sight of Michael's face propelled his wife and daughter to run into the cabin. The three of them inside, Michael slammed the door shut. "What is it?" Sarah asked, the look on her husband's face causing her to panic. "There's something out there!" Michael gasped, wide-eyed and trying to catch his breath. He held up Joseph's phone. "I found Joseph's phone," Michael said, instinctively knowing that the phone was the only thing they'd find of his son's. Lily took the phone from her father and unlocked it. Her hands started to shake. "What is it?" Sarah asked her daughter. Lily turned the phone towards her parents, sharing the nightmare footage on the phone. There was a creaking sound on the porch. Lily rushed to look out of the window. "Oh my God!" she exclaimed. "They're coming!" And they were. 6 small, human-like creatures, as pale as the face of the moon in the areas that weren't coated in dirt and filth. Skin so translucent you could see the blue veins beneath their flesh crisscrossing their thin bodies. Their bodies were emaciated, almost skeletal, and deformed with distended bellies. The impression of the bones of their crooked spines was visible and threatened to poke through the delicate skin. The arms were disproportionately long, dangling past their knees. But the thing that captured the most attention was the head, an outsized head, twice that of an adult human, lumpy and misshapen. Their tiny mouths were crammed with sharp, crooked teeth that stuffed their mouths, multiple rows, like hills and valleys. They half walked, half crawled onto the porch. Some groaned, others giggled as they began smashing the windows. Lily screamed.
Location: the Michigan woods. Subject: the Melonheads. Codename: Gourd Souls. Background: originally quadruplets, 2 girls and 2 boys, born with hydrocephalus. Their mother died during a horrific childbirth in which the passing of the massive heads of one of the babies caused her to hemorrhage uncontrollably. Unfortunately, she died from the blood loss. Disturbed by the appearance of the children and overwhelmed by the burden of having to support the quadruplets, the father abandoned the kids on the doorstep of the Junction Insane Asylum, run by Dr. Philip Collier. Under Collier's control, the children endured unspeakable physical and emotional abuse. Undergoing horrible experiments, the children became feral, developing a language of moans, groans, and clicks, understood only amongst themselves. One night, while Dr. Collier was engaging in redacted, the 3 siblings were able to free themselves and attack the doctor, ripping him apart. It is believed that, with the help of one of the nurses, the feral siblings were released into the forests surrounding the asylum. It is believed that the siblings engaged in inbreeding, resulting in multiple children. Some remained in the area, utilizing an intricate system of caves. Some moved to the sewer systems, and some have moved into the mountains, living a nomadic existence. These are the most feral and have been known to aggressively attack humans and have adopted a cannibalistic diet. Publicly, the vanishing of the Mandus family is still open. Officially, the case is closed, disappearance due to the mountain melonheads, and presumed deceased. This officially closes the file. File compiled by Damian Carmichael, January 12, 2022.